What's up, everybody? Welcome to another week of CS Youth Devo. We're excited to be doing this, as always. It's really just really refreshing for us. We're youth pastors. We want to be out there. We want to be pastoring, and this has been hard for us, as it's been hard for you.
Hard.
So this is actually really helpful for us. I think it's a little bit, cathartic. Is that the right word? Probably
sounds
not.
Good though. Good job.
But it helps us feel better about everything because we feel like we're still teaching you guys, and hopefully this can be helpful for you.
Yeah.
So let's get into our verse today. We are in John chapter 10, verse 25 through 30. Jesus replied, "I have already told you, and you don't believe me." So I think it's important to note here, maybe we started this passage a little too late. The people had just asked him, "How long are you going to keep us in suspense? If you are the Messiah, tell us plainly." So Jesus replied, "I have already told you, and you don't believe me. The proof is the work I do in my Father's name. But you don't believe me because you are not my sheep." Remember last week we talked about being Jesus' sheep or being your own sheep?
Yeah.
My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me. I give them eternal life, and they will never perish. No one can snatch them away from me, for my Father has given them to me, and he is more powerful than anyone else. No one can snatch them from the Father's hand. The Father and I are one. So a couple observations. First off, Jesus already talked about this in the passage we read last week. He already told them, that my sheep will understand me. So he's a little frustrated at this point. He's frustrated they're asking him if he's just the Messiah plainly, because he feels like, I'm already laying this out. Like, I don't have to give it to you just like right now. Yeah. And I think a couple other reasons he's frustrated are they're just looking for like a reason to revolt at this point. They're being seriously oppressed by the Romans. And for years, they've been looking for the Messiah to be this king like Alexander the Great, who's going to conquer the Romans and help them conquer a whole bunch of the world, and so that the Jews can be like the greatest people, right, and rule over everyone else. And he's not that guy, right? He's not the Messiah who they thought they were getting. And so he doesn't want to just tell them plainly, I'm the Messiah, because then they're going to start revolting and probably killing the next Roman they see.
This is true.
And so I think he's getting a little frustrated. He's like, I'm telling you guys everything that I need to tell you, and you need to just listen to me rather than like begging me for the answer you want.
Yeah.
So what did you take out of this, Natalie?
That's good stuff, Ben. I love it. I love how you express it too. It's so good. A couple of things I got and I'm applying it into my life is there's a couple things where it says that Jesus says, "You don't believe me." He says, "Hey, I've already told you," right? And it kind of reminds me of us humans. Sometimes we are so bad at believing God at what he says sometimes. And I can relate to that, because I would probably be the same way if I was them. I'd be like, hey, are you really the Messiah, right? And sometimes, like I said, we don't trust God and what he says. And that's what I'm applying to my life, is saying, hey, today and this week, with this crazy season going on, like, Jesus, I'm going to believe you that I'm going to be all right and everything is going to be okay, and that he is with me. So that's something I want to share with you. Hey, believe Jesus. Believe that he is with you. He's not going to let you go. He's by your side, and everything is going to be all right. Another thing is the fact that when it says that God is more powerful than anyone else, it was a great reminder that we serve a great God, a powerful God that can do anything and everything. He is all powerful. And it reminded me to kind of just continue to pray those powerful prayers, and like to apply that to my life and being like, hey, I'm going to believe and trust that you can do anything. So that's what I've been doing this week. Another thing where it says no one can snatch them away from me. I love that part, because it reminds me again that Jesus is with me, and we're in his hands, and nothing that the enemy can do like that. He cannot snatch us from his hands. So those are the three things that I kind of got and I'm applying to my life. It's really just applying trust and just me trusting in God this week. And the thing that I wrote says, believe him, trust him, and remember that he is all powerful. And this week, those are the three things that I am reminding myself and applying in my life as well. But yeah, anything else you'd like to add, Ben?
Yeah, when you said he's all powerful, I just thought, like, it's so cool that that's my dad.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
really good.
Like, that's
yeah.
our dad. Like, he's all powerful. He's bigger, better than anyone else. And he's also so personable that when you accept Jesus, he adopts you into his own family. So we're
good.
part of that. That's
We're
our
part of
dad.
that.
Pretty
and
cool.
It brings such a, just you saying that brings such peace. And I hope that that peace that we're feeling here, knowing that God is all powerful and he is our father, he's our dad, like Ben says. I hope you feel that as well at home. But Ben, why don't you just lead us in some prayer this morning and lead our students. Yep.
Dad, thank you so much just for being our dad, for adopting us. You didn't have to. We've all messed up. We didn't deserve it, but you loved us anyway, and you've extended such grace to every one of us. Thank you for everything you've done for us and you're doing through us. Help us just to weather this storm right now. For everyone watching today, just that they would just cling to you, cling to these truths this morning. In your holy name I pray. Amen.